Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. This is going to be my new comic room tour. It's not much of a tour. Don't expect like this massive room or anything. It's you can see like the angle of the ceiling is kind of weird. So yeah, so this is me doing this live. I don't expect many people to come in because it's very spontaneous live video. But I figure I'd show you guys. You can maybe watch this later. What the room looks like and give you a sense of my new comic room. It's not going to be as spectacular as the old one in some ways. I'm going to try to figure out something in order to make it work, but we're going to see what we can do. So if you're just joining, thanks for joining. Hey, Kiwi, Epoch. Epoch. I made it. I survived. I got here in Ottawa. So this is like the capital of Canada. I was like, I'm not really used to this whole handling the phone thing here. I'm going to give you guys a quick tour. Since it's just a few people in here, I'm just going to show you guys the room. So when I moved in here, I did actually a couple loads. So I brought over maybe about 10 to 15 boxes myself, and then the rest I got sent by the mover. So it was 136 boxes altogether, plus the 15 that I moved. So total of almost 150 boxes. So it was a huge, huge endeavor. Only one box got messed up in the process. So one box, and it was all my sort of, more adult books, I guess. That box, I don't know why that one decided to spill over, and it just spilled all over the place. And then the movers didn't say that it spilled. They just took the box, the long box, and then they stuffed it, like all the comics, back into the box randomly and without concern of bending or whatever the comics. They just stuffed them into the box, and that was how they did it. It was like really messed up. So they destroyed a bunch of comics, probably about half a long box worth of comics. They're like probably about $20 each. So like maybe about 100 comics got destroyed, like not destroyed, but dinged. They were 9/8. Now they're not 9/8. So yeah, that was kind of sad. But it was like ones that I'm not as worried about. It's not my golden age stuff or anything like that. So, okay. So with me saying all this, I'm going to give you a quick tour. Let's see how I can do this. I'm not sure if I can do this correctly. So you can see all the boxes. See all the boxes. One sec here. I'll do this kind of weird angly view. So that's all the boxes on one side. And then there's more boxes, all my long boxes. You can see them here. All long boxes. It's just crazy number of long boxes. And then I have two closets. I'm going to turn the light on so you can see, like, I have these big closets where I stuffed a bunch of boxes in already. I've already stuffed a bunch. So what I'm going to do is make this closet my Warren magazine collection. And then I'm going to use the closet way over here. I'm going to show you another closet. One sec here. I'm not really good with this hand holding thing. So this is me doing a kind of weird tour. So you can see like a whole bunch of boxes. And then there's another, quite a big closet. It doesn't look like much. It looks like a little cubby. I don't know if you can see it that well. See, there's like a little closet. Ooh, some scary closet. Scary closet. Okay, but it's quite deep and it's actually quite big. It's not very high, but it is like it's a nice little closet. So they didn't. So there is some insurance, but there's not. I sort of took a risk with the comics. I shouldn't have probably sent it through the movers. I haven't checked the slabs yet, if there's any damage to the slabs. I'm a little bit nervous about that, but I think it was just the one box that had issues. So you'll see like how the angles of the walls, like right there, you can see how the angle of the wall, because it's an attic. So everything is like got this weird angle to the walls. There's only one really major, this is the one flat wall. I don't know how to say it, but this is the only one that's where it's straight up and down. So it's going to be kind of weird how what I was thinking of doing, and you guys can give me some feedback and maybe some help. I need help figuring out how to display my comics. But what I was thinking of doing is having it where I do a bit of a display here and get like, there's like these kids bookcases. They're meant for kids. But what I was thinking of getting is 2 of those where they kind of have these almost like shelving units that could be used for display. And then actually put the other comics onto this wall here so that this would be like kind of like where, like when you guys see me on video, this will be the backdrop. And I'll have my camera and all my setup on this side, which is kind of the other side. And then I don't know. I'm not sure, but it's hard because I have to have all the boxes fitting into this room, which is going to be a bit of a challenge. So I'm not sure how to make it work. And the space on the walls the room isn't as big as I thought it was. It's actually bigger than my previous comic room, but because the walls are all angled, there's just not as much wall space. It's not as not as much usable wall space. So I was debating about putting the slabs on this weird angle wall. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's like going to be like one of those things where I'm thinking, should I put it on the angle? How should I make it work? Like all these slabs will be kind of leaning like kind of in a weird way. I don't know. I'm debating about how to do that. Another thing that I have to deal with is that you can see there's skylight. That's a skylight. And then there's on this side, there's a massive window. You can see it's like, I don't know. Okay, I'm terrible at this. Okay, so there's a massive window right there. So, I don't know. I'm getting curtains to block it all off so that this room will be, in theory, very dark, except for the overhead light, which I replaced the bulbs in it to be LED lights so that it won't fade the comics. That's key for me. Don't fade the comics. So I'm actually going to be doing something fun on the weekend. I'm thinking of doing this live just for fun. Like normally I do Would You Rathers kind of show on the weekend. And on the weekend, this weekend, I'm going to do it where I do Would You Rather, and I'm going to pick 2 random boxes and I'll say, which box would you choose? Box A or box B? And I'm only going to give you guys the description, my very cryptic description of what's inside the box. And you got to choose which box would you have chosen if if there was a fire, you could only grab 1 box, or if you wanted to make money and you could only pick 1 box. So that's going to be on the weekend. I'm going to do that on Sunday. So that'll be fun. So, but the room is not ready. This is like, so people ask me to do a time lapse, but I don't think I can do a time lapse because it's just going to be like me doing this for like days, sorting this out, maybe a month or so to sort all this out. So I figured I'd give like these updates, if that makes sense, and just show you guys the room, say some of the cool things I'm planning on doing. So it should be like fun. Like, so I'll show you what I mean by the cryptic boxes. So like what I did, so I'm going to show you some of the boxes just as an example. I have no idea what's inside this box, so I'm just going to show you. We're going to do one now. Okay, we're just going to have fun. I'm going to show you. Yeah, hit the like button. Thank you, Ben, for saying that. And yeah, I'm going to get UV film for the windows too. Actually, Dan, you're right. I'm going to get blackout curtain, or not curtains, but like a screen to black it out altogether. But I'm going to show you guys a box, and I'm going to give you guys. This will be fun. This will be just like a little experiment. We're going to do 2 boxes, and I'm going to show you what's inside. I have no idea what's inside, to tell you the truth. I was pretty random about the way I boxed some of my slabs, to tell you the truth. But I got box 114. So this is box 114. You can see that. One sec. Let's see if I can angle it right. There's box 114. And I marked on it glass fragile, which really means that what I did was any of my slab boxes I marked as fragile so that hopefully the movers wouldn't chuck it and destroy all the slabs inside. I was planning on actually driving all the slabs here myself, but I realized that I had 40 boxes of slabs. I had over 1,000 slabs. There was no way it was going to fit into my car. So yeah, I had to use the movers to move all my slabs, which is very scary, I have to say. So I'm going to show you 2 boxes, this one, and I'll pick another random one. Let me just move this off here. Oh, one sec here. So I'm doing this very one-handedly. Okay, start on the floor. And I want to move. So I wish I could have multiple hands. I could use like another. Okay. So one sec here. I'm going to set up my stand. Okay. Don't mind me. This will all make sense in a second. You'll see. Oh, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be totally awesome. Okay. Once I set up the stand thing. One sec here. I'm not really good at this doing with one hand thing. So that's why I need to get this set up. So if I can get this set up. I don't recommend doing this live stream, by the way. Like have it where you're streaming live, where you're setting up a stand, but there we go. There we go. Undo. Okay. So yeah, see, I set up my stand. Okay. So I got this box, which is number 114. Move this over. Okay. So that's 114. So you guys are going to pick a box, okay? Either 114, okay, or 85. So that's how I numbered all the boxes. Okay, so I numbered all the boxes, and you got to pick which one do you think will be the better box. Okay, I'm going to tell you what's inside them a little bit, just so you get a little sense. Let me move this over a little bit. Okay, so we got box 114, and box 114 has X-Men, Avengers, DD, Hulk, Captain Marvel, and LB Cole. Okay, that's what that box is. And this box, this is 85. This has Wings, WW, Crime Smashers, and GA Slabs. Okay? So you got to pick 85 or 114. So I see a lot of 85s. You guys are kind of betting on the 85 one. You guys kind of think that's the hot box? We'll see. We're going to see. We're going to open them up. It's going to be messy. It's going to be fun. Nobody's confident about this box. It has like X-Men, Avengers, DD, Hulk. Nobody? Okay, that's 114. Anyone from 114? Okay, it seems like everyone's going with the 85. So, hey, Lady Pop Hunter, you got to pick a box. Which do you think has more valuable stuff in it? 114, which is X-Men, Avengers, DD, Hulk, Captain Marvel, LB Cole, or box 85, which has Wings, WW, Crime Smashers, and GA Slabs. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun to see which is inside. I'm going to open them up. So I'm going to open up 114 first because nobody picked 114. Oh, actually, Steel Member. Thank you, Steel Member. 114 appreciates the love. Okay. And okay, so we're going to see what's in 114. What can be inside? It's going to be something good. It's all slabs, so it's going to be something good. Okay. Ah, I'm being attacked by the tape. Okay. Okay. So this is box 114. Very first book. Avengers, number 1. Pretty good book, I think. So somebody should have. You sort of second guessing your 85 versus 114. So this is first book inside, and I'm being attacked by tape. Okay. Oh, what's the next book? This one was even mentioned. So this is like Tales of Suspense 39. First, Iron Man. Oh, not bad. And so far, none of the slabs are broken. So that's a good sign. So we're doing well. Okay. And then we got another Tales of Suspense. Iron Man. This is the first Black Widow. So it should be funny. So yeah, so we're getting, pretty big books. And lots more. There's a lot inside these boxes. Then we got Iron Man 53. That's the second appearance of Black Widow and the first origin of the Watcher. Good book, by the way. Not many people know about this book. It's a good book. So Tales of Suspense 53. And then we got Strange Tales 110. This is a pretty good box, by the way. It's just sort of a random box that I picked too. And I said that there was X-Men, but I didn't mention that there's also Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four number 1. So not a bad box. Lucky 114. Yes, Steele, you chose right, I think. We'll see, though. We'll see. We didn't see the other one yet. But yeah, so far, pretty big books. And then we got Fantastic Four number 2. Kind of cool. This is another good one. This is a good book to get because it's signed by Stan Lee, and it's also the first appearance of the Skrulls. So kind of a key book. Then we got number 4, Fantastic Four number 4. Not a bad one. And my favorite, Fantastic Four number 5. So this is kind of a cool one. Always liked that book. I always liked Doctor Doom. Kind of a personal favorite character. And what else we got? Now we got some X-Men. X-Men number 1. So not a bad book. And X-Men number 2. X-Men number 3. You'll have to have the room to display more books. Yeah, I'm going to figure out how to display these books still. This is X-Men number 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I moving out? No, I'm moving in. This is me moving in. So I'm not moving out. I'm going to stay here. This is me staying here. This is me kind of organizing this stuff. So I'm just showing you what's inside this one box. It's just like incredible stuff. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, Journey into Mystery. It's not a bad little box. This 114. So this is all just from 114. Then we got first Loki, Journey into Mystery 85. And we got 337. So yeah, not a bad one. And we got 134. This is the first High Evolutionary. And so far, all the slabs seem healthy. So that's a good sign. Oh, okay. And then we got Hulk number 2. I said Hulk was in this one. It's the Hulk number 2. So, kind of a rough grade one, but still Hulk number 2, the first Green Hulk. Then we got Hulk number 1. This is a big book. Okay. And if you didn't guess, DD stands for Daredevil. It's the Daredevil number 1. So number 114 was a pretty big box, by the way. I knew it was going to be big. And then we got X-Men number 10. And number 12, first Juggernaut. And then we got number 13, second appearance of the Juggernaut. Kind of cool. Oh, wow, you're watching all my videos. That's great. I appreciate people when they watch my videos. Yeah. See, 114 was the box to pick, by the way. Maybe. There's some great stuff in the other one, so just stay tuned. Okay, this is X-Men 28. And I love this one. This one, I was so happy when I got this one. I got it for such a great price. It's an X-Men. This is not a valuable book, actually, strangely. X-Men 40, but it's in a really high grade. I love the cover. I always like this book. I don't know. Like, most people don't like this book, but I love it. I just like Frankenstein. I think it's so cool. So, yeah. I tried to keep it a little bit organized, but it wasn't insanely organized. So I did say this box had Captain Marvel. That's not the modern Captain Marvel. It is the old Captain Marvel. So we got Captain Marvel. This is the first appearance of what's it called? I want to say the Legionnaires or something like that. Or I think this is the first time that they refer to Captain Marvel as the Big Red Cheese, to tell you the truth. That's what it is. Had to remember it. And then we got some LB Cole. This is Taffy Comics. A nice bondage cover with the little, can you see the little girl in the background being in bondage? I don't know if you can see that. So yeah, see, lots of fun stuff there. I love these romance books. I'm like really into romance books collecting right now. So this is Confessions of Love. Nice LB Cole cover. And then we got some junky. This would be a good book, but it's a remainder copy. It's just a cheap one. I got this I paid $1 for it or something. It was not expensive. But actually, I've seen this book when it's complete, and it sells for like $200 or something crazy. And then we got Doug Face Dooley. And what else we got? Oh, I got some more Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel number 2. So kind of nice. And Master Comics. This is number 32. And we got some more LB Cole. Hi-Ho. This is really cool. These Hi-Hos are quite hard to find, actually. Kind of a good one to find if you're an LB Cole fan. And this one is Captain Marvel 22. This is a big key, actually. This is the first Mr. Mind in cameo, where you just hear his voice, and he's kind of setting up the whole Society of Evil or something like that, where it's against Captain Marvel. And then this one's a great cover, but mine's very faded. 77, Captain Marvel 77. It's a great hand cover. And we got Master Comics 50, which is the first appearance of Radar. So that was box 114. Can we beat that? Do you think we can beat that in box 85? We'll see. So that was box 114. Let's see what's inside. Okay. Not a bad start. Strange Adventures number 1. This is a kind of a cool book. So Strange Adventures number 1. It's a photo cover from some movie, I think, that came out. I think it was called Strange Adventures even. So yeah, or something, Journey to the Moon or something. I forget what it's called. Destination Moon. That's what it is. Destination Moon. So yeah, I remember that. Okay, so that's that one. And then we got Wings. It's not a really great one. It's just it's a qualified one, so not a very good one. So so far we're not hitting the numbers, but we'll see. And then we got Sensation Comics. This is Sensation Mystery. This is like what happened was Sensation Comics, which was the first Wonder Woman series, they at the end of the run they switched it to Sensation Mystery, so it became this book. So this is Sensation Mystery 110. We got some books I love. Okay, we got me Exciting Comics. This is first cover appearance of Miss Mask, a character I really love. So it's really good seeing seeing this book again. I missed it. Okay, and then we got some Torchy. So Torchy number 2. Yeah. Are you still buying and living in multi-million properties? Yes, I am. So actually, this house is smaller than my previous house. So it's a little weird, but it has more. The comic room is bigger. I'm still buying comics. I'm actually really poor right now. To tell you the truth, like this is my poorest state that I've ever been, because in order to buy the new house, I had to get a bridge loan, and it was just crazy expensive. So I'm just sort of waiting until my previous house sells, and then I'll have money again. Did anyone else here have to move with a large collection? Was it a nightmare? It was a nightmare for me. It's like, I think I should click people's comments. Okay, so yeah, so this is Alex Stromberg cover. This is Thrilling Comics number 64. Not a bad one. So far, I think the 114 is doing better, but we'll see. We'll see. There's some more great stuff in here. We got another Alex Stromberg, Startling Comics 34. Not bad. And then I don't know why this is in here. It's like really random. Shirtless Bear Fighter number 1. It's randomly in here. So that's kind of funny. And then a cover I really like. This is Detective Comics 880. So not a bad one. So, but still, I think 85 is not performing that well. But we'll see. We'll see. Gotta improve a bit. So we got Slave Girl number 2. It's a really great cover. One sec here. If that is your comic book, will you be putting shelving up like you had in your old house? I'm going to do, I'm debating about permanent like built-ins, or I'm thinking actually just getting like shelving, like shelving units, and putting a couple shelving units, and doing like a little display wall. So it's not going to be as grand as my previous one in some ways, but trying to figure out how to do it. I might put in smaller shelving units over here and some more shelving units over there. So I don't know. I gotta kind of figure it out, because I have a lot of books and there's a lot more coming. Actually, I have a big unboxing that will be my first unboxing coming into this house later. So it's going to be crazy. I don't know where I'm going to put all those books. When are you going to San Diego Comic-Con? I'm not sure. I'd love to go. You know, if you guys want to have me go to San Diego Comic-Con, I'd love to go there, but never get a chance. Actually, I have family in San Diego, but I never get a chance to go there. I've been once to San Diego, but not the Comic-Con. I've never been to the Comic-Con. But we got Pep 155. And the WW was Wonder Woman, but it was a cheaper one. It's a Golden Age, but it's Wonder Woman 33. Let's see what else is in this box. Seems like it's not as good of a box. Okay, we got more Wings. So Wings. So I think whoever picked 114 was the right box, by the way. And we got Life Secrets. This is a really great one. True Life Secrets, number 23. This is a great innuendo cover. I just love this one. This is like, you know, the pearl necklace one. So kind of cool. And then we got Fire Hair number 6 in here. It's kind of cool. And then we got Tim Holt number 6. This is the first appearance of the Calico Kid, who later becomes Ghost Rider. So if you ever wanted to get the first character appearance of Ghost Rider, this is the book to get. So Tim Holt at number 6. We're getting close to the end of this one. Now we get into the Crime Smashers. Crime Smashers. This is Crime Smashers number 9, which is a great bondage cover. And then we got Sabrina. This is a great, I love this cover. I love this one. I like Girls on a Couch, maybe. I don't know what it is. So yeah. Do I have a Playboy box? No, actually. But I do have some adult comics, which are somewhere in here. I have no idea where my adult comics are. But I do have some adult comics because I do collect a whole bunch of random things. So, but I don't have any Playboys. Actually, that's the weird thing. I actually always wanted to own a Playboy number 1, just because it's like an iconic book. But I never actually owned one. So yeah. But yeah, here's Fight Comics 44. This is actually a pretty expensive book because it's a crazy bondage cover. Usually it goes for about $500-600. So then. This is the last bit of slabs. We got Air Fighters, which is not a bad book. Nothing really special. And then we got Ranger Comics, another crazy bondage cover. So you see the girl, she's like on this wheel. But this, for some reason, somebody wrote all over this one. It's really annoying. It just drives me crazy. I didn't see that when I looked at the picture too. It's kind of dumb. And then we got Blonde Phantom. This is a great book. Really great. Blonde Phantom number 13. Really great book. I really love this book. And then we got Eerie number 3. Okay. So I think whoever picked 114, that was the winning box. But we got some more. We got a little bit more in here. We got the Brownies. This is the first appearance of the Brownies in comics. It's kind of cool. This is 4-color 244. And then we got, that's a Walt Kelly cover too. And then we got some Crime Smashers. Crime Smashers number 2. This is the first cover appearance of Sally the Sleuth in the Golden Age. So yeah, kind of fun. So yeah, Steel member, you totally won. The 85 was not the right box. I think people got kind of fooled because they saw the WW thinking Wonder Woman, and they know that I have some big Wonder Woman, but it wasn't that box. It wasn't that box. It's a different one, and I don't know which one. Then we got Molly O'Day, number 1. It's the first Avon comic, by the way. That's a great Good Girl art cover too. And then we got, what else do we got here? We got A1 Comics. This is the first appearance of the Corsair. So that's Corsair. And then we got, oh, this is a great one though. Chilling Tales. This is like $1,000 book, but doesn't quite beat out the Avengers one or you know, some of the other big books that we showed in box 85 or 114, I should say. We got some more Crime Smashers. Crime Smashers. Just all my different issues of Crime Smashers. I'm trying to get the run of Crime Smashers, so I have most of them. I'm just missing a couple issues. Crime Smashers 14 and 15. So that's it. That was that box. All empty. So 114 was the winner. Ooh, congrats to all those people that chose 114. There's no prize, sorry. But you can say, hey, I can guess well. So that was good. I'm gonna do that again, the same kind of thing on the weekend. On Sunday, I'll do maybe another. You guys can tell me, do you guys want me to do another live show on Sunday? Or do you guys want me to just record it and do like would you rather kind of thing? So you guys tell me. Live show, just put it in the comments. Do you want a live show or do you want just like recorded video. I'll do either one. You guys can decide. It'll be fun. I want to get into Golden Age books, but pretty much have all of the bronze and silver I want. Yeah, so that's what happened with me. When I got back into collecting comics, like, I mean, I collected all my life, but I really had the money to kind of buy the bigger books when I got back into collecting around 2017. I sort of said, hey, now I can kind of afford some bigger books. And what I did was I collected, I basically got all the modern ones, all the modern keys. Then I went, oh, okay, I'll get all the Copper Age keys. And then I said, okay, well, now I'll get all the Silver Age keys. And then I was like, okay, well, now I sort of dabbled in Golden Age, and then I went and got all the Golden Age keys. So that's where I'm kind of headed. I've been heading for a while now that I've been collecting all these Golden Age books. Okay, so people want a live show on Sunday. So there's going to be a live show on Sunday. Candlestick Cinema has decided. So we're going to do a live show on Sunday. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. You guys can do the whole chat thing where you say, oh, pick that box, and we'll see. And anyone that's right, picks the right box, you can make fun of the other people. Just for fun. Just for fun. You can kind of say, that you're the better chooser of random boxes that are in this room. This is like, it's so chaotic. You wouldn't believe. Like I literally have like just random books. Like, so somebody asked me if I have some adult books like Playboy. Well, this is one of my adult-ish books. It's just random. It was like sort of randomly set aside here. So this is a really funny series, by the way. Nymphini. And then I have sort of my good girl covers, my modern ones, my Sotomaki. See, just random stuff. Like it's so disorganized right now. You just wouldn't believe. like random things like Daredevil. This is the first cover appearance or first origin. I believe it's first origin story for Echo. Yeah, first origin story. Just random stuff. And then we got some good girl art, Vampirella. It's just really disorganized. I got to figure out what to do with all this stuff. Whole bunch just like that, just all like that. So I got to sort that all out. This is going to be a big project. So I got to sort out all these comics and figure out where to put them. I really have no idea how they're going to fit into this room. This room isn't really designed for this many boxes. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. If anyone has any suggestions of like different shelving units that I can buy, or like things that I can use for display, I'd love to hear it. I really want to be able to display more slabs than I did before, which I don't think I can because the walls are so weird. But yeah, I just, I need sort of advice. So anyone that can give me advice, I appreciate it, because, I'm not so sure how to display everything. It's going to be awkward. It's going to be challenging. Like I should almost show you like how, look, I'm going to show you guys more so you can see, like, it's kind of crazy. One sec here. I'm going to put the camera down low. You can just see, like, look at all the boxes. It's just crazy. What am I going to do? Like, I have like 150 boxes to sort out, so I don't even know what to do. So yeah. So yeah, and like before I actually knew kind of where things were. Like in my previous room, I was like, okay. So somebody would say, oh, can you show such and such a book? And I'd be like, I kind of know where that is, and I'd be able to find it. But now it's like, I have no idea. Like I'm just looking at random boxes like that. I have no idea what's inside them. Like no idea. And it's going to be fun kind of digging through and kind of rediscovering my own collection. But I have no idea how I'm going to display it all, how I'm going to make it work. So if anyone wants to, like, in the comments below, like, give me feedback, say, hey, try this, or, try these kind of shelving units or that kind of stuff, I would totally appreciate it, because I am totally lost in terms of how to make this room work. I don't really know. It's such a weird room. It's like got these weird angle walls and stuff. It's just, it's gonna be a challenge. So yeah, it is a lot of books. It is a lot of books, and I have no idea how to make it work. So Collecto6, hey Stephen. Now you can rebuild where you keep where you can find stuff. I don't know if I can, if I'm going to be successful in that. Right now, I'm almost tempted, like when you have so much stuff and you just like, oh, it's just too much. I almost feel like just stuffing it away, like putting it in a closet or something like that. And like, but I really don't want to do that. I really want to organize it, but it's like a bit overwhelming, I have to say. Would you rather have it on a shelf or have a comic book wall? So that's kind of the debate. So for me, like if you saw my previous comic room, the way I had it was I had the wall that you guys saw whenever I recorded videos, but in front of me I had all the boxes, and on the boxes to kind of cover them up, I put slabs on that wall as well. So I had slabs everywhere. So it was like a room where you could just see a whole bunch of cool comics just when you enter. And I kind of like that. I like seeing everything. So I don't know. I have to find a balance between storage and display. And that's really the problem that I have. I'm buying a bunch of new comics every Wednesday, mainly 1 in 10 and 125 ratios. Yeah, I actually, every so often I kind of get into those 1 in 25s and 1 in 10s, where they have like some cool cover. Lately though, and this is my gripe, this is just a quick little rant about 1 in 25 ratios. The only time that I don't like 1 in 25s is when it's a 1 in 25 and it's a cover that you can buy without the trade dress as a regular cover price. I kind of want the 1 in 25 to be more exclusive, where it's like you can only get it that way. You can only get that special cover via the 1 in 25. What is your opinion? I'd love to hear people's thoughts on this, but it's something that always bothers me. Like, why pay that extra money when you can just get the regular non-foiled or non-trade dress or trade dress version for cheaper? So that's just the thing. That's just the thing about it. Setting up your new room is always hard because you have to get distracted looking at your own collection. Very true. Like I get very distracted. I'm easily distracted. It's like sort of like a dog, and the dog sees a squirrel. Well, I see like an action 242 or 252, and I see my my SOTI collection or my Wonder Woman collection. I'm like, oh, I gotta go over there and play with that. Martin Bow wrote, I had mounted a comic book display shelf idea in my head. Perhaps I should design it and have you, a carpenter friend, build it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that seems like I did that actually with my previous comic room. Like that was actually I got like I hired a company. It cost me $8,000 to do all the display area, like to build the shelving units and to do like there was drawers that I stored my coin collection in. And then it was just like all professionally done. It cost me about, I think it was like $8,000 altogether. So that was a bit much. It was a bit expensive. So I kind of don't want to do it and have that huge cost, but we'll see. I'm not sure what to do on that. It's only a different work of art to put on my wall. I do have multiple of those covers. Yeah. So yeah, so I mean, it's kind of that way with the 1 in 25s. Yeah, it's what it is. It is what it is. So what else? Actually, it was funny before I left Toronto. I kind of want to tell you guys this one funny story. Before I left Toronto, I ended up buying a bit more comics. Like I was like, you know, I was kind of using the fact that I was leaving to go into my local comic shops and say, hey, look, I'm leaving. This is the last time you're going to see me. Can you do me a little bit of a favor on certain books? I always like using whatever I can to get like a deal. So I bought a bunch of books just as I was leaving, which is kind of funny, like more stuff to carry. It was kind of dumb, but it was kind of funny at the same time. So I actually got, and I'm not sure where, if I put it here. Let me just see. I'm going to turn the camera a bit so you guys can see. These up here. Okay, I'm going to turn over here. And I'm going to show you some more kind of funny things that I just picked up as I was leaving. This is like, literally like the day before I'm leaving to go to Ottawa. And I ended up picking up some books. And I hope, yeah, it's this box here. No, that one. Not that one. Okay, I gotta find the box. It's this one. Yeah. So I want to show you guys something. Okay. So this is really cool. It's, if you've made it all this way through this video, you're going to see some really cool books. Kind of an unboxing, a surprise unboxing of just a comic haul that I got. And it was just a few books. I didn't spend much money, but I got a really great deal. So first book is this one, Hell Rider. Anyone in the comments know what this book is? Or want to take a guess? So yeah, do you collect posters? And that's the answer right there. Yes, I have a whole bunch of like 80s and 90s posters that I bought, that I actually just picked up almost for free from Blockbuster. So I have a huge collection, which I have no idea where they are. No idea. I think they're in the basement somewhere. The house is a mess, just so you know. Yeah. So Jacob is right. So this is the prototype for Ghost Rider. Kind of a cool book. One sec here. So yeah, so what happened was, I want to say, who is it? Who's the artist? Who's the creator? Is it Starling? I want to say Starling. Does it say? No, it doesn't say. But okay, so what happened was the artist, basically he left Marvel for a little while, and he basically Roy Thomas. That's what it was. I was like going through my names. I knew Starling wasn't right. So yeah, Roy Thomas. I believe it's Roy Thomas. So what happened was he went off. He was working for a company called Skywald, and he basically created this book. And you can see it's sort of like a guy on a motorcycle. He's got like this weird flamethrower on it. And then they later brought him back to Marvel. And when he came to Marvel, they were like, hey, can you create some, no, it's Gary? Okay, so Gary Friedrich. Okay, so I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm going to trust that Martin Bowe knows. You guys can look it up. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I knew that that's the story, that the artist had gone off to Skywald, which is an independent publisher. And then he went back to Marvel, and they basically asked him to create a character. See, Roy Thomas is the writer. See, it all works out. Okay, so the point is, when he went back to Marvel, he created Ghost Rider, but it was based on this character. Kind of cool. The other thing that's even cooler about this book, which most people don't know, this is actually the first female Black superhero, in comics. Her name was the Butterfly, And she's kind of a weird, quirky character. I'll actually show you. Since this is a low grade, I don't mind opening it up. I want to actually show you inside. And it's kind of a cool comic because it is the first appearance of this female black superhero. And one sec here, I gotta find it. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, here it is. So this is really cool. Really cool. So that's her right there, the butterfly. So she's the first black female superhero. So she predates any of the other ones. And so that's, it's kind of an extra little historical book. So it's like got the prototype of Ghost Rider, and it has this first female black character. And the cool thing about this book, you look it up on eBay. There's a few there. It sells for big money. It is actually like a pretty pricey book. I paid $15 for it. So I was quite happy. It's low grade. So that's, but I thought it was a great, good way to leave, the Toronto area and pick up a couple books. So I picked up that one, and then I picked up number 2. There's only 2 in the series, so I picked up 2. This was actually more expensive. I paid $50 for this because it's a way higher grade. So I thought that was kind of nice. And then we got another one that I picked up is Jaws 2. This was actually on the Comic Tom video at one point, because it's like one of those kind of sexy covers and Jaws related. So I actually fell in love with it, and I was trying to find it on eBay, but I could never find it. But it's just a really great cover, and I always liked this one. So when I saw that my comic guy had it, I was like, hey, that's kind of a cool book. I'd like to pick that up. So pick those 2 up. And one sec, there was something else. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, sorry, wait. Oh, yeah. So this was kind of strange. So there was that. Okay, wait, let me just see. The Hellrider issues were mature audience magazines and not covered by the Comic Books Code Authority. Yes. So that was one of the tricks that they did with magazine publishing. You didn't have to follow the Comic Code Authority because magazines were considered adult items. So that's why Warren Publishing, which I love, they would, they were all magazines. They got a lot of the great Golden Age artists to kind of come over, like Frank Frazetta came over to Warren and was working on Warren. So you get like all these great Golden Age artists working at Warren because they could have that artistic freedom that they couldn't do in comics. So it was kind of cool. So yeah, I only have 10 short boxes of comics, but I only use Necro boxes with box art. So yeah, I kind of like those box art ones. Those are really cool. Actually, I really like when you got those kind of fancy display boxes. What I was doing, because I'm cheap, I'm really cheap, I was using banker boxes. So like this is a banker box, and they cost like $3, $3 a box. So just much cheaper. And I just really saw it as a way to get the books here, just to, like an easy way to store stuff. So I'm going to show you a couple other things that I picked up just from that one guy. As I said, I didn't spend much. I just bought a bunch of other cool things. He had this bundle set. I thought it was kind of weird. I don't know what it is. I actually don't know the series, but it's called Strange Attractions. And the only reason I picked it up, it was like $10, and I got a discount on it. And it's signed by both the artist and the writer. I just thought that was kind of cool. So you can see the sign. So I just thought that was cool. $10. Actually, it was cheaper because I talked them down. And the other book that my friend Night Tiger showed me, I believe, was this one. This is the first appearance of Ambush Bug. But it's also, what's the other key about it? It's a double key. It's got to remember. But it's also something other. other something also important about it. I think it's like first appearance of like something else. Oh, look this up, guys. If you look this up on Key Collector, it's got a double key. I forget what the second key is. It's kind of a fun one. That's kind of a cool little double key. But this book, really cheap. You can pick it up $5-10. Not an expensive book. So yeah, kind of cool. So that was like some random books that I picked up just as I was leaving Toronto. Yeah. So that was some of the stuff. That was, I don't know, that was kind of funny that, you know, even though I'm like overwhelmed by the number of boxes that I have, I still I still couldn't stop myself from buying a few more things, even though I'm broke right now. You know, I still have that weird addiction where I have to buy a couple more things, and I just couldn't pass up on, you know, getting a good deal. And it's just sort of a weird thing. I don't know how you guys are, if you guys are like that too, where if you see a deal, if you see a comic, you're like, oh, I don't really want to buy any comics today, but then you buy a comic today. It's like, it's kind of messed up. I don't know. One sec here. I'm gonna make this a little higher. There we go. That's a little bit better. There. Okay, that's a little bit better. So yeah, so this is my first live stream and my first video actually in this new house. And so I wanted to say thank you for all the people that came to this crazy live stream. That was just me babbling as I always do. I always say, oh, I gotta have a plan. I'm gonna set a plan. I'm gonna do all these things, and I'm gonna, you know, but it's always me being random. I'm terrible at just, I just feel like saying so many things. I always forget what I'm gonna say and just say a bunch of other stuff instead. So yeah, just, I hope you enjoyed this quick room tour. If you guys want, I can give you a tour of the house, which is a little weird. If you want to see my house, you can tell me in the comments below. If you want to see a tour of my house, right now for the next 6 months, I'm by myself. My family is going to rejoin up with me in July, actually. So it's going to be fun. So yeah, so it's going to be kind of a weird thing where I'm kind of not single or anything like that, but I'm by myself. I'm on my own in this house. So I you know, yeah. So you guys can kind of decide if you guys want to see. I don't mind showing. There's not really much to see. It's kind of a weird house. It's the way it is. It's like I'm not a bachelor. I'm like not a bachelor, but you know, I'm still married and still have kids, but they're finishing up their schooling in Toronto, so they're coming later. It's kind of weird. So yeah, so okay, I'll give you guys the room tour, the house tour. So bear with me. This is going to be kind of like, you know, whenever you get like home movies, and it's like that, you know, like really like almost dizzy kind of experience where you, like people are walking. You're going to get a bit of that. So bear with me. Hopefully it's not too bad. So you've seen the comic room. Oops. Oh, see, I told you that is going to be a little dangerous. Okay, so I'm going to try to do this where this, hopefully it won't do that anymore. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry, I apologize. So this is the comic room. So we saw the comic room. And this is all in the attic. So this is like a guest room. How do I turn the light on? I haven't know how to turn lights on yet. So here. So this is like a guest room. So you can see it's like, we got like a little inflatable bed. And it's like a little guest room. It's like kind of small. And then in the attic, there's also a really cool bathroom, actually. This is kind of cool. Okay, so this is the bathroom. And the way that they did it, look at this. Like, see this tub? This tub, that tub is really expensive. So I found out that tub, they brought it in from either Germany or something like that. They brought it over just for this house, just to, I don't know why they, like the previous owner, they're really into like high-end items. So they wanted that specific tub for this room. I don't know why. So it's kind of strange. So So yeah, you're right. So the guest room, I'm planning on taking it over for more comics. That's my goal. Actually, got to convince the wife, but that's later. Okay, so I'm going downstairs now. This was the attic. We're in the attic, and now we're going downstairs. So we'll go to the second level. It's a little bit of a mess, so forgive the mess. So this is like downstairs. So that was the attic. I have no idea how to turn lights on. Okay, there's no lights. That's the weird thing. There's only lamps. So this is the master bedroom. It's kind of a mess. So you can't really see it. It's all dark. Then we got my son's room. Oh, and I have to tell you a funny story, actually. One sec here. Turn the light on. Of course, there's no lights that work. So the lights don't work. I got to get that all set up. So it's kind of funny. So what happened was, this house was built in 1932. And because it was built in 1932, it has very low ceilings, actually, very, very low ceilings. So bathroom, little bathroom. And we have big furniture from previous houses. Of course, none of the lights work. This is my daughter's room. This will be my daughter's room. So none of like the ceilings, and you'll see this when we go downstairs, you'll see, like, I'll show you how low the ceilings are, especially in the stairway. Okay. So this, I'll give you a sense here. Watch. So one sec here. How do I show this? So you can see, like, look at the way the ceiling goes. So that is the stairway. It's like really, really narrow. So when they tried to bring the boxes up and the stuff up, I'm not even sure if I can go down there. It's really, really narrow, really, really narrow. So it's like really, really, it's like almost low headspace going down the stairs. You can see that when you kind of look at the stairs. And yeah, the windows, oh my goodness. These people were insane about the windows. So the windows are actually more impressive than you would expect. The windows are with these kind of wrought iron inside, and they're 2 layers with mahogany. It's like all painted mahogany. I don't know why they painted it, because it's like really expensive. Mahogany wood, and they're like 2 paned. It's like a foot in between the windows. It's like crazy. They're crazy windows. Because it's an old house, they didn't use like above ceiling lights. Everything is lamps. I don't even think things are plugged in. Let's see. Ah, light works. Okay, one light works. Everything, I have to go around plugging in lamps. It's kind of weird. So this is my living room. It's quite a reasonable sized living room. And it's a bit dark, I know, because I can't get lights on. There's my piano. I don't play very well, but I have a piano. My kids play piano. And then this is my main door. Actually, the door is really, really funny. It's a crazy door. It's like a really big, solid door, but it has like this like really old-fashioned doorbell. I'll show you the doorbell, because the guy that lived here before me, he was really into like Art Deco. So he wanted like really crazy things, like really weird things. Let's see if I can get this room to light up. So yeah, it's like, so we got, this is the dining room. So dining room, sorry. So as I'm walking through, we made our final payment in December of 2021. Congrats. That's a big deal. Like when I made, as I said, like I made my final payment a few years back, and that's really what allowed me to buy the crazy comic collection that I have now. Once you have the mortgage gone, it's so much better. No mortgage makes life so much better. Oh, this guy's really great. Chris, thank you, by the way, for encouraging everyone to like this video. And also subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe too. Thanks. I'm really trying to get more subscribers. Let's see if I can get my office. This will be my office. We're going to go into my office. I have no idea how to turn lights on. Oh yeah, cool. I got lights working. So this will be my office. My desk. So, okay, so I was saying that the ceilings are really low, and also the doorways are really narrow. So if you look at the doorway, can you see that? It's really narrow. My desk is really like this big, huge desk. It didn't fit into the room. So I have no desk in my office. This is my office. I work from home. So that's where I'd be working. You can see some chairs. And so my wife, as a temporary solution, she got me this shelving unit, which I'm supposed to use as my desk. I don't know how that's going to work. And so the other side of this room is like a little exercise room. So we kind of created like a little exercise area. And we're going to mount a TV on this side. Sorry for the swinginess. So yeah, so this will be like, you can see all the boxes of stuff here too. Like I literally came here yesterday. So this is like day 2 of me being in this house. I just got internet. So it's really, really early on of me being in this house. Now we get into, here's a closet. And I'm going to show you the kitchen. Kitchen's quite nice. I'm going to show you the kitchen. Hopefully it works. Turning on some lights. Yeah, so this is the kitchen. You can see it's all like, granite countertops. And like, kind of a, nice fridge and stuff. And that's the house. And then, so that's the main level of the house. And then there was one more level to show. And it's kind of crazy because I'm going to store more comics down here. I'm already put a bunch here. Is the basement. I'll show you the basement. It's quite nice. So this is, yeah, it's a great kitchen. I wish I showed it a bit more. It's actually quite upgraded. They spent a couple $100,000 on their kitchen. Like the previous owners. So, okay, I'll tell you the story. So I'm going to sit in my basement. We're going to sit in my basement and I'm going to tell you guys a bedtime story here. So one sec here, I'll make this shorter. So this is my basement. So what happened was the previous owner of this house. So I had to move to Ottawa. Okay, so let me rewind. I'm going to tell you the story. So this is a bit of a story. My wife, she got a job in the government. And the main government for Canada is located in Ottawa. Like all the government buildings are here. And she's going to be working for NRC, which is the National Research Council. So basically, I work from home, and I help my wife. She was a stay-at-home mom for the last few years, and she wanted to get back into work. So I support her. I'm nice to her. I do whatever to make her life better. So basically, we had to come to Ottawa. So we were looking at homes in Ottawa, and we wanted to be in sort of a posh neighborhood. So this is like kind of the posh neighborhood of Ottawa. Like literally across the street from me is the leader of the opposition. Most of my neighbors are diplomats, so it's like kind of, and Trudeau, lives a few doors down. So it's like everyone is in this. Everyone is here basically. This is like kind of the key area of Ottawa. So what happened was the guy that owned this house, he spent $1.8 million upgrading this house. So it was like a 1930s house. He spent a fortune upgrading it, like 1.8 million. I mean, that's crazy money to put into a house. So we put in crazy wiring. It's got like amazing like internet access. It's like insane. And it's like everything is really upgraded. The windows, he redid all these windows. He put everything into this house. However, he had to go. He had to actually move. Like he lived here for like 20 years, but he had to move. His family, they all had to go to England. And that was a big deal because they had to go to England. And what happens is if you go to England and become an English citizen, you have to pay, if you sell a house in Canada, you have to pay taxes on it as if that was income. So if you're basically, selling a $3 million house, and this was originally 3.6 million, this house was 3.6 million. Originally, that's not what I paid. So what happened was it was 3.6 million. If he sold it for 3.6 million, he would have to pay half of that in taxes. So he was desperate to sell it as quickly as possible because there was a deadline. If he sold it before the end of 2022, he didn't have to pay taxes. If he sold it one day after, like 2023, he had to pay crazy taxes. So what happened was we were able to use that as a negotiation tactic. So I paid 2.4 million for this house. So basically, I got the house for like 1.2 million below what the value was. So it was pretty great. So as a result, I got a pretty great house for a great price. Yeah, so yeah, you have to pay taxes on sales here, but it super worked out for you. Yes, it did. So yeah, normally in Canada, the way it works is if you stay in a house and it's your permanent residence, you don't have to pay taxes when you sell. So that's kind of one of the cool things. I live between Los Angeles and San Diego. Everybody travels daily here just to hang out with everyone else. We have great highways. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've been there. I didn't really like driving around LA too much. That was kind of painful, I thought. But yeah, the roads are pretty great here. Actually, like in Canada, we have pretty great roads. We have the Trans Canada Highway, which is the one major road that goes right across Canada. But yeah, the roads are pretty good. The problem I have is I don't know that many people in Canada that collect comics. Like it was kind of funny in my last interview, like a couple interviews ago, where I interviewed Stray Flexing, and basically I didn't know that he lived really close to me. He was like literally 10, 15 minutes away from me, and I didn't know. Because like it's not like we're so spread out here that it's hard to know who lives near you. And Toronto is such a big city. There's about 10 to 12 million people in the Greater Toronto area. It's like just this massive, like sprawling city. So it's one of those things where it's hard to know who is in your area. It seems like most of the people I know are in the U.S., so it's kind of weird. I'm in Michigan. The seller gets taxed for selling, but you have your county and city taxes. If a home is your primary home, you can file for homestead and get a discount. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. At least you don't pay the full amount. The one thing we do pay in Canada, it's kind of crappy, is we pay what's called land transfer tax. And what it means is when you buy a house, depending on how much it is, and it scales up, you pay more taxes. It's a percentage of the home's value. It's like around, I paid about $50,000 in taxes to buy this house. So when you buy a house, you pay taxes, not when you sell. It's kind of weird. So it was about $50,000 in taxes to buy this house. So it's kind of crazy. A new sub here. Thank you. Thank you for subbing to my channel. Check out my other videos. My other videos aren't so rambly. So there's some really great videos. I hope you enjoy. So yeah. Oh, and you're in Montreal, Canada. That's close. So hi Montreal. That's great. Isn't there local Facebook groups or something similar? We have that here in Denmark. Probably there is. There probably is something like that here, but I haven't really, maybe because I work a lot, like I actually work kind of long hours despite doing the comic channel thing and all that stuff, that I really haven't sought out more comic people locally. I really started the channel as a way to kind of engage with Canadians. It was my way of going out and making a reach out to other collectors. So yeah, it was kind of the thing that was my approach. I know it's kind of a weird way of doing it, but yeah, so I kind of that was my strategy to meet other people in the comic community by creating a YouTube channel. And it actually has been very successful in terms of meeting other comic creators. I've been really enjoying the people that I've met. You know, like Collecto6 is a really great guy. Frank Falco in Germany is a really great guy I met all through this channel. Epoch is another great guy in England. You know, just all these really great people that I've met through doing this comic channel. So I kind of enjoy that. Comic books have a higher price to sell in Canada. It's $1 more. Yeah, so the way it works is the Canadian dollar's kind of worthless. So right now, because we have Trudeau in Parliament, he's terrible. So he's making our dollar worthless. So it is more expensive to buy comics here. So yeah, I love seeing all your collections. Thank you. I hope you enjoy my collections. I have some really great books that I will be showing. And I have like I'm about to send a really great box. Like what I do is, just so you, if you haven't seen my videos, is I did this, I have like this place in the US called Stackery, where I send all my orders. I send all my stuff that I order from the US to Stackery. So if I win Heritage auctions, if I win eBay auctions or anything like that, or my comic shop orders, I send everything to Stackery, and then they can consolidate it for me, and then they ship it to Canada. So I have a huge unboxing coming up. Like, even though I really shouldn't be buying more comics in a way, because I'm not sure where I'm going to put them, I actually have a huge unboxing that's going to be coming up in a couple weeks, and it will be pretty cool. There's some really serious books in that unboxing that I'm quite excited to get. So yeah, you'll see some pretty major books. So that's coming up, soon. So collection goals. So yeah, actually, I'm going to be recording a video soon, once I get a little bit more organized and have a better display of what my top 10 2023 books will be, like the ones I'm going to be trying to chase this year. So I'm going to be doing that. I did one for last year, and out of the ones from last year, I got 9 out of the 10. I only missed my Zombie Tramp 3, which I'm still looking for. So yeah, so if you watch my video from 2022, I did a top 10 books that I want to get for 2023, and or 2022, and I got 9 of them. Actually, some are still, I'm waiting for one to arrive, but other than that, I got all of them, except for one other one as well. I'm a business owner. I sell candy and chips. Oh, that's cool. Like convenience store, or is it like a candy store? That's kind of cool. That'd be fun thing to be selling. Yeah, I'm a business owner as well. I have about 20 employees in my company, and but I work from home. I have like offices elsewhere, but I don't go to my offices. Well, not often, at least. Basically, they do most of the grinding work, but I do sort of the strategy, and I work crazy at long hours as a result. But I own a digital marketing agency. That's my career that I do. So yeah, it's a bit crazy, a lot of work, but that's what affords all this stuff that I buy. So yeah, yeah, so that's it. So that was my tour. There's actually I got one more kind of cool thing to show, since I'm in the basement anyways. Oh, hey. So this is another friend of mine that I met through the channel, and he's just putting a comic. He's just got on Instagram, and he's got his own comic channel as well. So check him out as well. So So this is like wrong button. Okay, this is like the previous owner collected books, and they had all these kind of weird steel cases, which is kind of cool. And I want to show you something. So when I first brought stuff over, I actually brought some a whole carload of stuff, like about 30 boxes, which was all my comic collection. Not my comic collection, my coin collection. So you can see, this is my coin collection. All in here, just filled to the brim. But also a little bit of my Warren collection. So I collected, I mentioned this many times, I collect Warren stuff. This is like I collect like everything Warren, everything that they ever produced, I have. So this is like the puzzles that they made, these kind of Vampirella puzzles. This is like the giant one. And they also did creepy and eerie puzzles and stuff like that. So I have like all of those. These are all the different ones up here. You can see, I'm not sure if you can see them. Let's see if I can pull out another one. They're kind of cool. They're creepy. I don't know. Can you see that? Yeah, so that's kind of cool. So the previous owner had all these really great cases, and they're designed to store books, like so that they'd be like protected. Like he was a big book collector, the previous owner of this house. So we have we got his stuff basically. Well, not his books, but we got his like cabinets, and they're really great. They're like really awesome. So I'm kind of happy about that. And then I can show you some of my coin stuff, which has like stuff all over it. One second here. So like I have like, you know, these kind of coin little, like these are like not valuable or anything, but you know, it's like little coin frame coin things. Just so much stuff you wouldn't believe. Like one of these boxes, I'm not sure which one. We could play Would You Rather again. But one of them is just filled with gold coins. Like I don't even know which one. I didn't label them, so it's like crazy. So you're in the market for the first Vampirella appearance. Yeah, that's Vampirella #1, which is a really great book. I have it upstairs. So I used to have 2 copies of it, but I sold my other copy. But yeah, and actually I found my poster collection. My poster collection's down here. Well, I'm gonna crouch down. This is all my posters. So I mentioned that I have a whole bunch of posters. So that's like just huge. There's like over maybe about 100 posters or something crazy like that. 100 or a couple hundred posters. Oh, I almost fell over. So yeah, so I don't know. It's kind of cool. It's some cool stuff. So there's like, these cabinets are huge. I'm not sure if it comes across on the stream, but they're quite big, and you can lock them too. So they're tough. And then, so basically I have 2 cabinets filled with my coin collection. It's just all filled. And my wife, so I had my coin collection, and then my wife took like all this like extra stuff and stuffed it around my coin collection, which is kind of funny. So I have all these stuffies mixed in with my coin collection. It's just so weird. So yeah, I don't know. This is the pleasures of moving. Like we just stuff things wherever we can. But this room has like so many of these cabinets. It's kind of nice. So I don't know. The other guy, the previous owner, must have an amazing book collection, because there's like this room is filled with cabinets. All these kind of weird cabinets. It's just really cool. Like I don't know. I wish he kind of accidentally left a cool book or something, but he didn't. So yeah. What's that here? Which did you collect first, coins or comics? Coins. So I started collecting coins when I was 6 years old, something like that. I think around 6 years old. And it was actually coins that got me into comics, because basically I was collecting coins, and I went to the coin store, and like my parents always gave me comics, but I didn't really collect. And it was really going into a coin store where the coin dealer, for some random reason, had one comic for sale, which was Howard the Duck. So that's, I always tell that story. But yeah, so I'm just walking around my house at this point now. I'm going to sit in the living room. So yeah, so there, that's better. So yeah, so this is it's very interesting being in this house. It's very surreal, moving. You kind of get used to the place that you're in, and then you move into. So what coin started me off? Actually, it was a coin set. So when I think I was 6 or 7. I'm trying to remember how old I was. I think I was 6. Yeah, I think I was 6 or 7. Yeah, I was 7 actually. When I turned 7 is when I started collecting coins. So what happened was I had my birthday. And my parents, rather than giving me some cool toy or something like that, which I would have loved, because you're 7, you want to play with toys, they gave me a coin set, a 1967 uncirculated coin set, which had a silver dollar, silver 50-cent piece, 50-cent, 25-cent piece silver, and a silver dime, and a silver, so it was all silver coins, except for the nickel and penny, which are regular. So it was kind of a cool set that I got. And, when I saw this big silver coin, I was like, wow, I'm rich. I thought silver was really, really expensive. And I thought, wow, this is really cool. So what ended up happening was, even though, most kids would probably be disappointed to get a coin set, I actually got really excited by it. And I really wanted to start collecting coins as a result. So I ended up just, starting to collect pennies, and then I collected nickels, and then I kind of went through all the denominations. And then I started collecting bills, and then I started collecting world coins, and then I started collecting British coins. So I just, my coin collection got really, really big. And it was kind of funny. I actually became very, very knowledgeable, because when you're young and you're collecting coins, you devote all your brain power to that, and you just become an expert. So I had memorized all the values for all the different coins for both all of Canada and the US. So it was kind of the thing I did as a kid. So you could say any grade of coin, and I could say what the value was, right? And it was kind of a cool thing I could do. And I'd be able to pick out all the key things. I could grade all the different coins and stuff like that as a young child. All my values that I have for coins are based on my childhood values. So basically, 40 years old, out of date information. So it's kind of funny that way. But yeah, so I got really into coins, and then it led to comics. It was the other way around, it was, kind of a weird thing. My room is filled with cool boys. Wait, I can't read now. My eyes are getting tired. With cool toys, new in box. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so a lot of people collect. One of the channels that I was on, Lady Pop Hunter. Her and her husband, they collect toys, and they have crazy collection. Their collection is just so insane for toys. I definitely recommend you check them out. Hey, another cool guy here. Silver Knight Kyle. So Kyle is a good friend of the channel. We've traded comics in the past. He's a great guy. I recommend you check him out. Definitely a good guy. Do you ever think you'll stop collecting comics? Probably not. I always love comics. My thought is, though, especially because of the move, ask me a week from now, but right now, if you ask me, do you ever want to sell your comics? I'd probably say yes, just because moving 150 boxes of comics makes you a little bit less like comics Okay. It's like, it makes you almost feel like, do I really want to collect comics anymore? Because it was just so brutal moving 150 boxes. It was insane. It was just too much. So, but I do enjoy comics and I do love my comics. But one of the thoughts that I had was maybe I should like maybe get rid of some of my not so much loved comics and kind of weed down my collection a bit, trim it down, make it a more curated collection. But yeah, that'll be hard for me. I think I'd have problems with that eventually. But right now, if you ask me, I'd probably be like, "Oh, you want that long box? Here you go, take it." Like I almost feel like that. Like it's just so much stuff. But yeah, I don't know. So yeah, wow, okay. So that was my room tour, my house tour, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys had fun on this little journey. I've been babbling for about an hour and a half now. Yeah, I just want to say thanks for everyone for coming, and I do really want to put an ask out there for any ideas on how to design the comic room. My friend Falco, he gave me a pretty good design. I might use that. But yeah, I just have to figure out how to lay it out. Another good friend of the channel, Black Box Silver and Bronze. Too bad the whole basement can't be your comic room. That was my point exactly. That's what I really wanted. I wanted the whole why couldn't the whole house be my comic room? That's what I really wanted. But my wife, she hates the comics. My wife hates the comics, like literally hates the comics. So yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I got the room that I have. I'm going to try to take over the guest room and take over the whole attic. That'd be my goal. Had an oncologist visit today, was expecting good news. Low numbers, slightly recovering stage, was told that I'm full remission now. Oh, wow. Nice. Congrats. So Kyle is a really great guy. He's been kind of suffering from having a bit of cancer. not such a great thing, but now that he's in remission, that's really good news to hear. So yeah, now you can, enjoy more comics. So yeah. So that's what I want, a comic book house. Me too. See, Kyle and I think of the same here. We should devote the whole house to comics, right? Like, wouldn't that be awesome? Every room you come in is like I'd almost like, this house is 4 levels. It's basement, main level, second floor, and then attic. Wouldn't it be cool to have maybe golden age on the first, like on the basement, and then, silver, bronze, and then modern and copper at the top. Wouldn't that be kind of fun? Just to layer out the house where you have each floor of the house being different kind of comics. So yeah. Yeah, my wife, red dress. Yeah, I really, maybe I should get her into the red dress thing. That's my kind of cool, my kind of cool humor. Would that be your dream house? So this is not my dream house. This is far from my dream house. Actually, I lived in my dream house 2 houses ago. So what happened was my previous house was a mansion, like really big, like 12,000 square feet. And I saw so much potential. I had an awesome space for my comics. I had like really great plans for that house. And I got sort of tempted by a huge offer for the house where I'd make over $1 million. So I ended up selling just because I was like, this is just too tempting, so much money. And I sold that house. So yeah, so then I bought my previous house, which was a really pretty house. It was a very beautiful house. And now I moved to this house because my wife has a new job. So yeah. Built-in pull-out boxes every wall of the house of mystery. Oh, that'd be awesome. So yeah, that'd be a house of mystery because some magical bit here. So yeah. Oh, whoops. Can't live in the Victorian and Platinum Age sections. Oh, can't, yeah, leave out the Victorian and Platinum Age sections. That's true. So probably the first basement would be like Victorian and Platinum and Golden Age. Probably all three of those. Yeah. I would do a mix of the ages and toys to go with them. I would like to. I don't really have that many toys. The only toys that I have are Star Wars toys, and the Warren related toys. So I don't really have that many toys. I have a lot of stuffed animals. I was really into stuffed animals as a kid too. So yeah. So I don't know. I'm gonna wrap up this stream. Thanks guys again for coming, and stay tuned. I will try to, I'll do a live stream on Sunday, and I might do one on Wednesday to do the Q&A because I haven't figured out how to lay out the room yet in order to do the Q&A. But we'll do that on Wednesday. So lots of fun things coming up this week. You're going to still see some of videos from when I was in the previous house. Those recordings are still being airing. So you'll see some old comic room stuff, but expect in the next 2 to 3 weeks, you'll see a lot more new videos where it will be the new room. And I will do a room tour once I get that room sorted out, which will be someday in the future. I have no idea how long it's going to take me to sort that room out, but yeah. So yeah, I have lots of old stuffed animals. Like I really was into Snoopy. That was my big thing as a kid, and the Smurfs. So I have a lot of those things and Care Bears and a lot of like 80s related stuffed animals. So kind of weird. But yeah, so that's my tour. So thanks again for coming. Bye for now. Bye, everyone. Thanks again, everyone. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That's the last favor I have to ask. Okay, bye for now.